Yo, how is it going, guys? It's Psycho here, coming at you with the second video in the series How to Speedrun Alien Isolation, No Major Glitches on Nightmare. So, if you have missed the first one of my videos, just go to my channel and you will find it there with the most basic information there is. So I'm going to jump right into it. So I'm here in mission 1 because I want to show you a little glitch that we are using in mission 2, which only works if you load the game from mission 1 to 2, not if you load just the mission 2, you know. So the glitch basically is just a running glitch in the spacesuit, which happens if you press during the black screen when mission 2 loads, you press forward and run at the same time for a certain amount of time. You can press it all the time. I usually press it all the time. So you just press it, and what it basically makes, it makes you go faster with the spacesuit. You know, we call it the fast walk in the spacesuit. So it just saves a little bit of time, like a second or so. So it's extremely minor. So let's go. We are going to mission 2. Now, as soon as the screen goes black, right here, you press forward and W. You can still press it. I'm holding it right now. Still, you know. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And as soon as it's done, you're actually pretty fast, you see. Super fast. That's basically it. And during this black screen here, you can also run to this to the left. So I'm just holding run key down, strafing left to the door. That way I can also save a second or so. And the important thing is to crouch before that, go into that vent. So you just come here, crouch down, and then enter. What this does is later on when you fall down, you can actually go faster under the package. I will show it where it is. So the game usually blocks you over there, but if you do that, what I just did, you go over here. As soon as she gets up, don't forget this flare over here to the right. Grab it. So usually the game blocks you with an invisible ball for like a second or so before you can go under the thingy there. And if you crouch before the vent, it actually goes smoothly under that thing, you know. See that? No blocking at all. So then you just run. Grab the ladder. We don't care about the noises in the vents because the alien can't drop here. There is an item over here usually. Just grab it and then move on. And we just run normally. As soon as you get to the... You can usually, if you go towards the generators, you get the prompt pretty early, you see that? So you can press it at this distance already. Tack. Then use the mouse wheel. Pretty fast, right? Go right to the right here, to the computer. Press it. Then what you can do here to do it really fast, you don't have to go down to put it in. If you're here, you just go one up. So with W, one up, hit E, and E again. Right, that's it. This one over here, I can explain how to... There's actually a small trick we believe that helps that you don't get the damage from this electric wire over here. And that's just by psycho hopping. So psycho hopping is something we allow in no major glitches because it doesn't save any time overrunning, but it helps us to make some extra noise, you know. So psycho hopping is basically nothing else than psycho running without strafing. So psycho running is silent running. So you just run normally, and then you press the crouch button a lot of times, you see? Just press it a lot of times. See that? That way you make a lot of noise. And if you do that fast enough, you can actually go run through that wire and don't get any damage, right? So we're going to try that. And I still got damage. Grab that blueprint, and there's also an item over here. Usually. If you got bad loot, well, then the run is probably fucked anyways. So there's actually a trick here. You could actually look down and run just all the way, but it doesn't save any time. It's a little glitch, but it doesn't save any time. It's actually quite as fast as just walking here. So we just walk. So this is all basically a running simulator. Go to generator. Sometimes my mouse wheel. There's a flare over here, grab it. Open that door. You can just run into it. You don't have to crouch or something. Just run into it. The game will crouch you automatically. And you can open this vent over here. Way here. Over here. You see that? But don't press it late. So that you get up at this position. If you press it too early, the game will get you up over here. So you're just basically in this position. And you have to run around, turn around. That's basically loses you another second, you know. So press it very late. Then we are going to Axel. So we have no idea how we get to Axel to run early. Now we ran early. Sometimes he gets stuck there and runs pretty late, which causes you to lose a few seconds, you know. And it's basically totally random, in my opinion. We have no idea how to influence this. There's some superstition going on how to influence him, but I don't think they work. So let's go up. We're going to get the jack, the wrench. And we are not using the clipping through the wall because, you know, it's no major glitches. We consider that as a major, so we don't get the jack through the wall here. We just go normally through the vent of shame. So the vent of shame. And as soon as you drop out of the vent here, you can actually immediately look into this direction and then grab it. No, that wasn't that fast, you know. You have to be really precise how to grab it.
Credo che serva più a me che a te.
Turn around and open. Alright. Then we run down to Axel. This is all just normal, like you played on normal. Go to Axel, skip the cutscene, open it.
Non è vicinissima, ma con una navetta possiamo raggiungerla attraverso l'area di carico. Ma stai attenta, in quel posto ci sono spesso guai, ok?
Eri tu che mi seguivi?
So there's actually a dialogue going on over here with Axel and these two survivors. They're still stuck, you see that? Now they trigger them. But you can actually go to the elevator already. You don't have to save over there, it's pointless. That way Axel will actually come a little bit faster to the elevator. So some of the dialogue is skipped actually. So we just wait over here until he arrives. There's a little invisible wall here, you can't get through there. See that?
Perché sei stato così aggressivo?
That's where we will open the elevator. Here we go. Till he says something, we can activate the elevator. Then face him. And wait for the dialogue to start.
Sarebbe carino se tu mi dicessi che diavolo sta succedendo. Adesso!
Senti, tesoro, quando sali allo studio, ci rilassiamo e chiacchieriamo quanto ti pare davanti a un caffè.
Già, sulla mia nave. Devo sapere che sta succedendo. E
Now there's a small glitch over here where if you run in this elevator, the game will actually not force you to walk after the elevator.
che stai dicendo? Uno psicopatico?
But from experience this saves no time, so it doesn't make a sense if you can run after the elevator. Doesn't make much of a difference. Now you see the game forces me to walk, so but it doesn't make any difference, you know. It all depends on Axel here anyways. So if Axel takes the same time, you know, even with this glitch. And unfortunately you have to wait for him.
E se vengono a cercarci?
Gli piantiamo una pallottola in testa. E ora smettila, mi stai innervosendo.
This is pretty boring, right?
Avanti, qualcuno ci soccorrerà presto.
I usually take my funny stuff over here. Make the dog out or something.
Problemi? Dovremo aggirarli. Seguimi.
Armi, cibo, ovunque.
My little dog, right? Even though it's a tutorial video, it's even suited for this tutorial video. So
I tuoi.
Mi sono già scontrato.
so there's really nothing interesting over here
Nemmeno quelli gentili come me.
Ma
other than Axel's ass, maybe.
Se vuoi andarmi a salutare, peggio per te. Quelle non sono armi giocattolo.
qualcuno dovrà...
And you will see his ass a lot, you know, because you will reset a lot in this category. Just that I say it again, it's a hard category, you know, and
La paura ti rende
it will be frustrating for you from time to time. So just pass him on the right side here,
E tu
go out, run past him,
qui?
grab that, usually an item over here, and batteries. You can actually already you have to face him to make him go that way.
per una settimana, aspettando una nave, aspettando te, immagino.
You can already, you see, I already have the flashlight, so I'm now picking up the flashlight.
La torcia con te. Cerca di non
But just remember, you have to face him once he stays over there, because if you don't do it, he will just stay there
retta come la usi.
and will do nothing over here, you know.
Andiamo.
So always face him. There are some points where you have to face the characters to trigger dialogues, so make sure you always face them, you know, just to make sure that you always trigger the dialogues properly. So you can just run past him to the left or to the right, doesn't matter.
E ora?
Controllo il condotto. Dovrebbe essercene un altro qui intorno.
Take the flashlight out and watch this vent
Axel, è questo?
until the dialogue triggers, then you're actually okay. Then you just have to wait for him to come over.
Lo sapevo che era qui intorno. Visto? Ci penso io.
So Always make sure to check your loot from time to time and see how many items you will get. This actually looks pretty decent right now. So pretty normal actually. But you know, loot can end your run, you know. Bad loot can end your run. If you don't get the items we really need, you're basically fucked. So this is pretty easy. You could do this. This is the most dangerous part in Mission 2 actually. The only dangerous part in Mission 2, I must say. You can do this normally with activating the generators to lure the humans over there. But I'm doing it with a flare because it's the fastest, you know.
Sì, ho capito, va bene. Dobbiamo raggiungere gli altri, qualcosa non va.
But you have to make sure we're actually using. I'm using the crouch and get up trick to be a little bit faster than crouching. You will see me hopping around. It's actually still silent, and yeah. So I'm lighting up the flare right here. Make sure you don't run here again. Throw it over there. Then you hop around like this. You just crouch all the time and press the crouch all the time, so you're hopping up and down. Make sure they don't hear you. Crouch here as well. Now you heard me. There's an item over there. And wait until the light now. You've seen that? The light actually lit up Axel's head. So that's a sign that you can go. There's an item over there. And that way Axel will actually warp over here, you know. If you don't get that, Axel will walk all the way around until he gets to you. But if you get the timing right, he will actually warp over to you. So, but you have to, if you run too early, if you don't wait for the second light to light up his head, you will actually not get the warp of Axel. So just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind there's a save station before you get out to the humans. Don't use that to test this. Always test from the save station before where you picked up the flashlight. No. Usually, now I'm ahead of Axel actually. Sometimes he pushes you over here. Skip it. Now he's dead. You actually saved the run over here until you press this button over here. There's actually still time. You can still make some noise here, but right when the tram arrives, as soon as you hear it arrives, you can't make any more noise. Just don't do it. The alien will drop and kill you. Just that you know. So don't just stay here, do nothing, and you're fine. No. And as soon as it's here, run into it and activate it right away. And then you're basically fine with mission 2. So, right about now, you can't make any more noise now. You heard that? There was a little glitch that you heard him actually in the vents. That just means you can't run anymore, you can't make any noise anymore. So this was it. This was mission 2, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one. See ya.